Friends, today is Sunday, the 4th of October. We're in the cathedral. It's actually Saturday afternoon. I'm going to give a run through of my Sunday homily today, get it started, get it into my mind as we start the weekend. And today is the 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And there's no denying in our readings today that they're a little grim. They're a little grim, especially the first reading from Isaiah and the Gospel. A reminder, I suppose, that the Bible is always challenging to us and for us, challenging us to live the call that we have received as Christians, to be the people that God created us to be, and to live in harmony. Harmony with God, harmony with nature, harmony with each other. And both that first reading and the Gospel use the same image, a popular image in the Scriptures, that of the vineyard, God's vineyard, God's vineyard. In the Old Testament, that would be Israel, and in the New Testament, it would be the new group of disciples. We can probably just call them the church. And God loves this vineyard. Old Testament, New Testament, God loves his vineyard. And that includes, of course, you and me. But something goes wrong. Something goes wrong in the story. The vineyard, God's beloved vineyard, produces bad grapes. Bad grapes. Grapes not suited for God's fine wine. Grapes not suited for God's fine wine. And what are these wild grapes? What are these sour grapes? Well, in the Old Testament, it was the sins of Israel, its lack of fidelity, its chasing after other gods, its breaking the covenant. In the New Testament, it's the sins of the church, the sins of the church, the sins of all of the baptized, that is, not producing the fruits of the Spirit, justice and love and reconciliation and peace and chastity and respect for others and so on. All of the problems in our world today. And because of these sins, the gospel today tells us that we are thrown out of the vineyard to a wretched end. And that's why this reading seems a little grim. We're kind of cast out like Adam and Eve from paradise itself, cast out. But should we give up? No. Should we lose hope? No. There's always reason for hope. Always reason for hope in the church. Remember last week I spoke about the God of the second chance, and sometimes the third and the fourth, and so on. The stone rejected by the builders, our reading said today, the stone rejected by the builders has become the cornerstone, and it is wonderful in our eyes. That cornerstone is Christ, the cornerstone of a new building, a new foundation, a new Israel, the church, the people of God, born of the saving death and resurrection of Jesus. We say that salvation has broken into the world with Jesus, and with it, reconciliation and the forgiveness of sins. Last week, I said it's never too late, and our reading today would emphasize the same. It's never too late to produce good fruit. Never too late to produce good fruit. To turn away from sin, to be faithful to the gospel. To cultivate that vineyard and make it fruitful again. And that is the point of our gospel. Hold that thought, and we'll see you on Monday.